Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. After analyzing my financial reporting paper, now I am going to analyze my AFM paper for you guys where I received 58 marks. I should have gotten more marks and you will see where I made a mistake and where you should avoid mistake and what were the challenges that I faced and how I tackled those challenges during the 3 hours of my exam. Because you know that AFM paper was one of the toughest paper in Jan 26 attempt. So let's start with the video without wasting much time. So as you can see, the descriptive paper marks of mine was 34 out of 70. Let me just draw this. So 34 out of 70. So in MCQs, I received 24. One thing I will let you know that in tough papers, your MCQs will save you or your MCQs will make you fail. So this is one of the most important learnings for you guys, that you have to focus on MCQ preparation. So as you can see on the screen, I have written down each and every learning that I found that will be very useful for you guys. So I have written down each and every learning in this entire PDF, and you will get this PDF in the drive link that I will share in the description. So you have to practice MCQs, whether you practice the ICAI booklet, whether any faculty has made a video, you can refer to that video as well. And mostly in case of FR and AFM, I will write it down here so that you guys understand it. In case of FR and AFM, the MCQs are from the questions which are smaller questions. So in case of AFM, the two big case study questions were from the textbook only, and it was copy pasted. Just it was a difficult question, so most of the students were not able to solve it. Even I was lucky enough, because the first MCQ that I got, that question I practiced 1 hour before the exam, and it was lucky that I got the same question in the exam. So it can happen with you guys as well, that luck might favor you, and it is very necessary that luck favors you to pass this exam. And I will show you in my paper as well that there were some lucky instances as well. So first thing, focus on smaller questions as well, that do not leave it. If there are any smaller questions which are tricky ones, just look at them, because in exams they might appear for MCQs. Now coming to the first question. So coming to question number 1A, I started with question number 1 because the easy questions were from question number 1 only. So I started with question number 1A, and it is from the book only. It is from the practice sets or module, you can say. And one mistake that I made here, that I got confused what is the concept. So I will show you where I made the mistake. In this case, I should have received 6 marks extra, but I received only 2. So it was an 8 marker question. I received only 2 marks here. I will show you where I made the mistake. So this was the easy part. Like you have to identify. It was a reverse calculation bonus question. If you have seen the questionnaire also, you will find such question as well. So I made the calculation and this was right. I knew it was right. But after this, I forgot that how to back calculate the units. So this was the part I got confused. So instead of 2 plus 5 divided by 5, the answer should have been 5 divided by 7. So I just got confused, and in this way the entire question got wrong. So first of all, the very big learning, that these easy questions might appear easy to you, and to ensure that you do not make these mistakes in your exam, you have to give a mock exam. So to ensure that these mistakes does not happen, mock test is the only solution. Because in your practice, you might feel that you are able to solve each and every question, but in exam situation, you cannot solve these easy questions as well. And it happened to me only. But because I did give mocks, I knew that one question will not define my entire paper. Now, coming to, I have made a mistake in question number 1A, but the question number 1B and 1C were easy ones. I have seen that in the questionnaire book. So I knew I will be able to solve it. But because that panic was coming from the question number 1A, I was very hesitant when I was writing this question as well. But I knew how to solve this. So as you can see, everything is correct in this. So whatever answer you write, so there were 3 parts, 1, 2, and I will show you the third part. So 3 and the 4th part. So 4 parts and 4 marks. And whatever answer you are writing, just make a box around it. And as you all know that in AFM, you do not have to write any formulas. You just have to start with the next step after the formula. You do not have to copy paste the entire formula. There is no marks for it. And even if I have made a mistake, I have just made one single cross and that's it. So this is the only learning that I will tell you, that even if your first question is wrong, even if you knew that you will be able to solve it, but you are not able to solve it, then just move on. Because it is a 100 marker paper, and even if you lose 8 marks, there are still 92 left. But do not get panicked. That is the only thing I will tell you. That tough paper becomes tough in mind first and then in reality. It's as simple as that. If your mind is stable enough, you will be able to score an exemption. I was able to score exemption in AFM. It is kind of an exemption. 58, if I wouldn't have made these two mistakes, I will tell you the second mistake that I made from my own, I would have gotten around 66 or 68 in this AFM paper. Now coming to question number 1C, same, I knew the entire solution. I just jotted down the solution. 1 mark I did not got because I did not write the theory. In suggested answer, there is some kind of theory part of it. I did not write it. So you can refer to page 11 of suggested answer to understand what was the theory part. So AFM, for many of the students, it was a tough paper. So first, you have to do not make it tough in your mind. Secondly, you have to identify questions which are easy. So as you can see, question number 1, 1A, 1B and 1C were all easy because they were from directly copy pasted from the question book. And I will tell you the question number 2 was also copy pasted. What became tough were after question number 2, question number 3, 4, 5, they were the tough ones. You have to still write it for 3 hours and identify ways to at least score 40. If your aim is to score 40 in a tough paper, you will definitely get more than. Now coming to the next question, this is question number 2 here. This is also a bookish question. It is from the Forex chapter, and as many students left Forex chapter, the AFM paper became difficult. But if you find the question bank, you will see it is a very copy pasted question. No numbers are also changed in this question. So it was a very bookish question. I knew the answer as well. I knew that this is the correct answer. So here, as you can see, I made a mistake that I wrote 90 and then I realized that it is not 90. It should be the second option. And then again, I saw the answer and I realized, yes, second answer is the correct answer. So learning is simple here, that you do not have to leave any chapter. Do Forex chapter. I know it is a very lengthy chapter, very technical chapter, and many faculties will also tell you that leave that chapter. It will not come for more than 5 or 10 marks. But in Jan 26, it came for 20 to 25 marks. And many students failed in AFM just because of Forex chapter. So I will tell you, give your 100% at least. Do the entire chapter. If you find something difficult, then leave it. Don't leave it before even starting. And now you are at the brink of March. Then there is only 1 month left. And if you have still not done Forex chapter at least once, then you are increasing your chance to fail in May attempt. Give your 100% at least. And then if in exam the paper is difficult, it is difficult for everyone. But then also in a difficult paper, if you have given 100%, you will be able to manage it. I managed it. Many rankers managed it. I got exemption in AFM, 55 in IDT, one of the toughest papers in Jan 26. So you have to give your 100%. Then only you will be able to solve these tough papers. Now coming to question number 2B, it is a bookish related question, but the 2 points that were asked in that question were different. It was not even studied by me also. So for me, it was a new question and I knew the concept. I had seen that concept in the video, MCQ video, but I had not practiced it. So as you can see, my point 1 was wrong. But since I knew the concept, the point 2 was correct. So new concept, but tried it and it gave me marks. So very big learning for you guys is that do as much as you know. I know that there will be new questions. You also know that there will be new questions. Do not get feared from new question. The concept is the same, just the framing is different. Think of it like that. You know the concept. You know somewhere there will be some formula, somewhere there will be some addition or deletion. You just have to apply your mind, think calmly and do these questions. I am 100% sure that in a tough paper, there will be 2 to 3 questions that will be out of the box. But you do not have to get feared from it. And it is not that one particular question, like let's say question number 3 will consist of all the new questions. No, ICAI will mix and match. In question number 2, they will add one new question. In question number 3, they will add one question. But your understanding should be that even if it is a new question, I have to understand it and just break down the question. If you are able to break down the question and then apply the mind, you will definitely find the answer. So this was a new question for me as well. So my first part was wrong, applying the same concept. But my second part was right, applying the same concept. So you have to just try it. You cannot leave the exam. Now coming to question number, so this is the question number 3, which was one of the toughest question of that AFM paper. And I did that only just to get 1 or 2 marks. So question number 3, I tried at the last. So I tried question number 3B firstly, and I just made the cross code and I then left because I did not know how to convert the cross code and all that thing. I did not understand it. So I just left and I moved on. So as you can see, after this, I have not started a new question from the new page. I just left this page and this page, the next page. Only 2 pages I left it to come back to the question number 3. Question number 3, as you can see, it is a theory question. And one thing for sure, in a tough paper or in an easy paper, AFM, you have to learn theory. And what are the theory? You know, the 4 chapters that are essential. So this is from one of the 4 chapters, and it was a very easy question. As you can see here, I wrote 4 points and I got 2 marks. I made a mistake here, but I don't think so it was a mistake. The suggested answer was different. From my understanding, it is correct, but since the suggested answer did not match, they did not give me the marks. But still, 2 marks out of 4 marks is a very good thing in a tough paper. So theory will save you. Mark my words, do not skip theory. If you have not started with theory in AFM, I am telling you, just start. Just learn those 4 chapters, and then you will realize that in the exam how much it benefited for you to study those 4 chapters. Just learn those 4 theory chapters. I am requesting you if you have not started yet learning. Now, coming to the next question. In theory, you will only get marks if you write the keywords. If you do not know the keywords, you will not get the marks. So as you can see, these keywords are not matching with suggested answer. They did not give me a mark. These keywords are matching. Local source, so there is only 3 words, but still they are matching with suggested answer. ICAI gave me 2 marks. Next, coming to the next question. Yeah, after this, I did not know anything. After question number 2, I did not know anything from the paper. I knew some part of the question, but I did not know the entire question. So as you can see, question number 5A, I wrote only the part which I knew, and then I moved on. So it was an 8-marker question, and there were 3 parts. So this was the first part, and there were 2 parts also, but I did not know anything about it. I just ranked according to trainer, and then I moved on. So same learning, I wrote only the part which I knew, and then I moved on. Do not waste time thinking where I have studied it or I have not studied it. Do not rack your brains around, because there will be some new concept that you have not even seen it. So move on. Question number 5B, it was also a Forex chapter question. It was a bookish question. So here I received 3 marks. Same, as you can see my working here. Even if I have made mistakes here, still I have managed to not make it dirty. And there is one learning here that I will tell you, that in AFM, since September 25, ICAI started writing what they are expecting from in the answer. So whether they are expecting answer in lakhs or in crores or 2-digit answer after the point. So whatever they want, they are asking at the last of the question. So you have to read the entire question. So in this question, if you see the question, you will understand that they wanted the answer of GDR, the number of GDR, to be issued in lakhs. So I wrote in lakhs. In question number 2A that I showed you, so in that question, they wanted the answer in crores. So I made the entire calculation in crores. So these are the points where you will lose marks if you do not focus. And these are very petty mistakes that you will make. Because if you read the entire question, you will easily solve that thing. But if you do not read it and write on your own, then you will lose the marks definitely. So as you can see at the end of the question, I made some mistake. The calculation mistake was here. And after coming from the exam hall, I realized that I made a mistake here. This was not a petty mistake because I got confused, but it was a logical confusion. It happened while I was practicing as well. So it's okay. Now, coming to question number 6, as I told you, after these questions, I did not know any question. And the next question that I will show you, I knew that, and that was a very silly mistake. But this question, I did not know anything. I knew I have to calculate the cash balance, but I did not, because there were some 2 or 3 new points that were added by ICAI and it made the question difficult. But this was correct, so they gave me the correct marks here. After that, since cash was not correct, this was not correct, so they did not give me any marks. So my question number 6A, I got only 1 mark. Next, coming to the next question, and as you can see, each and every question, the question number is here. So there is nothing here. Question number 6B, I have not written any question at the side of this border, but in the middle of the page. So write that, and then you will be free to not worry that whether I wrote the question or not. So yes, so question number 6B, it was a very bookish question. I knew the answer, but yeah, the pressure got me, and the silly mistake I made here, instead of 450, this was an exercise price, but I should have written the spot price at the day 0. So that was a mistake. The spot price was 500, but I made a mistake here, and that is why I did not get any marks. So I will just recommend you guys that in case of a tough paper, make sure that you do not make such silly mistakes. And it is only because of my mind not being calm at those tough, difficult situations. Still, I was able to manage it. But if I would have been very calm and I would have been 100% confident on my preparation, then these silly mistakes would not have happened. So I will just recommend you guys that if you have not started learning to stay in the present, I will still recommend you, as I am telling you in each and every video, that learn to stay in the present. And You can meditate, you can do yoga, but everything depends on how you stay calm in these tough papers. So as I have told you, this is the result of my panic and this is my learning. Last, coming to the question number 60, it is a theory question and it is a very easy question. You just have to identify which all certificates the question is asking about and you just have to write the name. So I just wrote one name, two name and three name. So, and just wrote some theory. If your suggested answer and your keywords are matching, so this is a keyword, and in here you will see one more keyword that they found it, and so out of 4 I received 3 marks. So as I told you before as well, in AFM paper theory is only your saving. If you skip theory, you are going to regret, because out of 100 marks you will definitely get 16 marks from theory. This is question number 3A. It was a very new question. You had to identify some expense ratio or something was there, but I had made my mind that I had to solve this question in a particular way. So in this first way, you can see I identified the expense, the net gain. Then I had to, as you can see the writing here as well, it is very hasty, and but still ICAI will give you marks. Do not worry whether you make 10 or 15 cuts, but your number should match. So here, as you can see, this number matched. So he gave me 1 mark. And this is the luckiest part that I will tell you now, that my answer ends here. And then I have written an alternate solution. In that alternate solution, this answer, this point is correct. So he gave me 2 marks. It was, I think so, for 2 marks. So as you can see in question number 3A, I received 3 marks. But 1 marks from one answer, another 2 marks was from another answer, from an alternate answer. So this is the luck that you need to have. Maybe in case of some students, these 2 marks might change their life. In my case, it was not that, but still, in case of a tougher paper, you have to write everything. Do not leave anything, because in this way, luck might favor you. And as you can see clearly that I have written alternate solution, but the examiner did not care. I think so the instruction was, if the answer is correct, if the point is anywhere in that answer, just give them marks. So this was the entire analysis. As you have seen that there were many cuts, there were many things, but the ultimate answer was correct, and ICAI did not care whether I made 10 or 20 cuts. They did not care if there was some keywords, they give me the marks. So do not think of other things that I have to present it in a very good manner. At the end of your exam, in the last 1 hour, you have to complete everything. So you can make these smaller mistakes. ICAI does not care. They just care that you write the correct answer, write the correct number, and they will give you marks. And secondly, the learnings that I have told you, you will be lucky if you give your 100%. If you do not give your 100%, then you are sure increasing your chance to fail. If you leave, for example, if you leave derivatives, or you analyze that in this exam Forex came for 25 marks, then I can leave Forex chapter. But in May 25, they give 10 marks out of Forex chapter, but those 10 marks are in MCQs. Then what will you do? I am telling you, in every analysis, I will tell you that MCQs are the one that will save you. And that is why I was able to get exemption in 3 out of 4 papers. AFM was not the one I got exemption in. But still, if you see, if I would have not made mistake, that 2 silly mistakes of 8 marks that costed me, I would have gotten exemption in this paper. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. And I will see you in the next analysis, which will be of audit. And I know many of you guys are requesting me to give an audit analysis. So the next video will be that. And I will definitely try to complete the analysis by 25th of March. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.